is Danny, and today we are going to be learning about homogeneous and heterogeneous mixtures. Many homogeneous mixtures are commonly referred to as solutions. I will talk about these as well as colloids and suspensions. This cereal, right here, is an example of heterogeneous mixtures. And this milk, right here, is an example of a homogeneous mixture. A homogeneous mixture has a uniform composition throughout. Its particles are evenly distributed. Homogeneous mixtures are well mixed. Examples are salt water, air, and blood. A heterogeneous mixture has a non-uniform composition, meaning its particles are not uniformly distributed. Throughout these types of mixtures are the least mixed. Examples are chocolate chip cookies and rocks. Within the categories of homogeneous and heterogeneous mixtures, there are more specific types of mixtures. These are solutions, suspensions, and colloids. A solution, which is homogeneous, is a mixture where one of the substances dissolves in the other and makes one solution. An example is salt water. A suspension is a mixture between a liquid and particles of a solid. In this case, the particles do not dissolve. They are suspended in the liquid when left alone. They will separate again over time. For example, sand and water. A colloid, which is heterogeneous, is a mixture where very small particles of one substance are evenly distributed throughout another substance. They appear very similar to solutions, but will not settle over time. They will always stay suspended. Example, milk. Colloids are usually considered heterogeneous mixtures, but have some qualities of homogeneous mixtures as well. For this experiment, we will need salt, 2 bowls of water, and rosemary. In one bowl, I'll put salt into the water and stir it. It dissolves because the salt is water soluble, meaning it has the ability to completely dissolve into water. It has gone from 2 separate things and become a homogeneous solution. I cannot separate the salt from the water by just dipping my finger in and pulling it out. Next, let's put rosemary into the second cup with water. No matter how long I mix the rosemary, it will not dissolve. It is not water soluble. I have just created a heterogeneous suspension. I am able to just scoop out the rosemary with my finger. If I wanted to, I could get the salt back out of the water. I would have to boil it. Let's see what happens. Now, the salt has completely evaporated into the air. Now, the salt is left alone in the pot. Here I have a bowl with water and food coloring. What happens when I put the food coloring into the water? Over time, the dye scatters throughout the water and becomes a homogeneous mixture that I will call a solution. glue, and food coloring. Now, after I mix these together, I have made a homogeneous colloid. The two items have mixed together. The result is something between a solution, which is clear, and a suspension, which is cloudy. For my final experiment, I have put some sand into water. And added water. As you can see, when I shake it, it looks like it's mixing and seems cloudy. But the longer it sits, you'll be able to see the items separating. This is called a suspension, as the sand will actually suspend in the water. Bye! See you next time!